Hi, Sam Tolbert, Sound of Joy Music Services, and we're on to our next viewer request of the song, He Would Not Come Down from the Cross. Now, this song is a staple around this time period. Somehow I left this off of my Palm Sunday songs, but thankful for the viewer who did request it, I was able to create an AI soloist to take us through the chords we're going to use. So, in the key of C. I mean, I got to look at the key of C as a not just a set of scales, but a way to make melody as we're playing in the scale. Because this song has a pentatonic feel in the melody, which means we can use some of the jazz chords which are infused in this song. So for those who use the number system, let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I say octave 8, but it starts off back with 1. So what we're looking at doing now, again, we go back and just make sure we practice so that we can hear what these chords sound like. But if you were to look at it as inversions, or as inversions this way. Now you see the palettes of chords that we can now pick from. So the 1, we're going to sharp the 1. Nice jazz chord. We're going to call this D flat diminished 7 to the 2 to the 5. Now this is the basic, I like to call your basics standard chords. People came, this is 5 back to the 1, from Miles to C, stay in the 1. He said that if you, now we're going to put a C7, which is the flat, the 4. Now this is the gospel, or you want to say walk up or walk down. Because our bass hand, which is where our number system comes from, is walking down. Well, excuse me, walking up. But our right hand, where our chords are coming from, is walking down. Where on the left hand, we're going 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to our sharp 4. Let me see. I'm sorry, sharp to 4. Little diminished chord to the 5. Then back to the 1 to the 5. There we go. To this chord. Now it's a C7. But we add these chords to the 4 chord. And now back to our walk up. We not go here. To the 4 or the 5 rather, with a 1 chord. And then our 5, walk it up. So now those are the home chords. As you can see, they're all centered within this range. So all the chords in this range that we're playing, and again, generic. That's the word I wanted to use earlier. Generic chords. So let's try them with our soloist. She's all lined up. Our soprano.
When Jesus hung on Calvary, people came from miles to see. They said, if you be the Christ, come down and save your life. Oh, but Jesus, my sweet Jesus, he
2.
never
Drop this down.
answered them,
5.
for he knew that Satan was tempting
got that metronome in the background so you can hear the timing. 3/4 timing, and what you're doing is you are pitching your chords to fall on the downbeat. But you can go in between. Now, this is where we begin to separate the beginner, intermediate, and advanced musicians. Have you the skill set to be able to manipulate, especially from a piano standpoint, the actual notes? So let's give you an intermediate look at this. That was beginner, the basic chords. So an intermediate take on it.
When Jesus hung on Calvary, people came from miles to see. They said, if you be the Christ, come down and save your life. Oh, but Jesus, my sweet Jesus, he never answered them, for he knew that Satan was tempting him. If he had come down from the cross, then my soul would still be lost. If he had come down from the cross, then my soul would still be lost.
So, what separates the beginner from the intermediate? Skills. The ability to manipulate not only the block chords or the generic chords, but the movement of the bass hand if you don't have a bass player, and the right hand to be able to throw in passing tones and walk downs, passing tones. And this is all done again with that metronome in the background. Lets you know it's done within timing. Now, timing is a hard thing to teach on a video. The musician would have to have a metronome that they practice to, or at least an actual rhythmic pattern. Especially for this type of song, it is both gospel and an actual ballad. 3/4 timing is an actual ballad timing, swing timing, you might say, slow swing. So the next portion of the song is you might say, the actual crescendo. He would not come down from the cross. So you want to go into the one. Would, two, one, one, two, one, one, two, one. A two with a minor. What's a minor? Diminish. Now you've been playing this chord already. 1, 2, 1 on a 5 chord. 5. Now that's your choir voicing, which I often say, if you learn the choir voicing, that's 60 to 65% of the chords in the song. The rest is what you actually improv on. But you want to be down here, which is where your voices are. That's manipulating the notes. Right under the chord. And go from here. And what you're having now is you get octaves. So each time around, and I did this as a lesson and not a full song, but I'm going to create a full song with the three-part harmony. But for now, we're just going to have the melody. So let's work on those. And those chords just repeat. You just go higher. Let's go from where we stopped.
He would not come down from the cross just to save himself. He decided to die just to save
Higher.
me. He would not come down from the cross just to
That
save
chord.
himself. He decided to die just to save me. He would not come down from the cross just to save himself. He decided to die just
Chord.
to save
All right, and that brings us to the
me.
end of the song. So there is the entire song as an actual lesson. Now, of course, when you're in a live setting, the choir director is going to determine how fast the song is going to be. But as long as you know where the chords are found within the major scale and how to manipulate. That's all I'm doing is I am manipulating the notes without having to play melody in my right hand now that I have an AI singer available to me for some songs. I can now show you the different inflections of chords. There we go. Just inflecting using the notes that are available to me in the pentatonic scale, in the chromatic scale, and of course in the different chords that are in the song. And again, arpeggios are appropriate, and all you're doing an arpeggio is a broken chord. That's the chord played generic. But when you roll it down, down, up, I usually do. I usually do that in B flat. But you just want to be able to take advantage of what a piano gives you and for this type of a song. So that's all we're going to do for this video. Again, Sam Tobin, Sound of Joy Music Services. If you like these videos, we're going to be introducing more of the AI sound. This will probably be a much fuller lesson for the Patreon members. That's why I said I'm going to put the three-part harmony for the Patreon members and give them some more chords that they can play as they're learning to build their musicianship. So as always, thumbs up if you like the video. Hit that notification bell, share, and of course, leave a comment. And just as a reminder,